we were running a 10 stallion lineup. We were running about 46 racehorses, and that's all we really needed to do. Woodlands was a quantum leap for us because it put a price tag on the investment. And our Sheikh Mohammed is the sort of man that it's all about maximising the investment for him. And what you see here and what you see at Crown Lodge and up at Kelvin's side at Aberdeen and Woodlands is not really, it's not about someone just spending his money, it's about someone maximising their investment. Our view is that this place has probably nearly paid for itself in terms of the last 2 crops of 3-year-olds that we've had come through, because we've won 11 Group 1 races. Nearly every one of those horses has spent some time out here. Purple spent a lot of time out here. She was one of our first Group 1 winners, but Seaboy and Helmet both spent a lot of time out here. So in terms of repaying what we're trying to do, this place has already paid for itself, and it's about putting a competitive edge on a string of 400 racehorses, trying to get the most competitive edge that we can find so that we can be. Sheikh Mohammed loves to win. We all love to win, but he particularly loves to win, and it's about getting that edge with his racehorses so that we can give the facilities to a man like Peter, who's got the intellectual property, to turn it into results. And we think we've got the best trainer in Australia. I don't think there's any doubt that we think his results show that. He's only had a licence for 4 years, but he's been Premiership trainer once. He trained 5 Group 1 2-year-old winners in 1 year for us last year. He's trained something like 17 Group 1 winners for us overall, so he's had an amazing record. He's got a great group of people around him. We think we've got a very good jockey. He suits us down to the ground, and it's about that about human infrastructure working with the equipment and the stuff that we give them and maximising it.
And Peter was talking before about the foals of Street Cry. Your approach coming here, being able to be used on this property for their development must be invaluable.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It's good for all of them, though. I mean, it's a property which, whether they're by Street Cry or Elusive Quality, it doesn't really matter. They all benefit from it. Interestingly enough, the Street Cries have got amazing temperaments. But that was very much like the old man. He's got an incredible temperament on the horse. New approaches, that Saddler's Wells line, we were expecting them to be a little bit hot. So far, rated across Southern Hemisphere mares, their temperaments are amazing. And Peter's actually got a group in his early 2-year-old group, which 3 or 4 new approaches, which is quite surprising. But then if you look at his Ascot results, it probably isn't that surprising. No, but we think those 2 stallions show a lot of promise, and we're very excited about the future with them. We've got plenty.
How many horses you've got on the property here?
Capacity here is 88, and we're running at 88 at the moment. We're full everywhere at the moment. This time of year, with the babies just coming in, we're running a string of about 440. Anthony Freeman's got 40 left in Melbourne. The guy's got about half a dozen at Warwick Farm. But our outside involvement is winding down because the system that we've now got can take our entire yearling group.
Having the 3 tracks here must be a huge advantage for Peter.
Look, I mean, it's particularly relevant this year with the Warwick Farm all-weather track being dug up. It's interesting that race clubs always manage to dig up tracks at the beginning of the spring carnival, but they're not unique in that regard. But it is fantastic to be able to bring them out here. And Peter brought only 4 out here this morning, but quite often on a Monday morning he'll bring a dozen horses out from Warwick Farm. It gives them a bit of a change. Some of them stay out here, might stay here for 48 hours, and then they go back in again on the Wednesday. But it does give them that change, and it is fantastic to have that facility.
Sheikh came here a couple of years ago. He must have been very pleased with what he saw.
Well, I hope he was. He's not a man that gives away too much, and but he, like a lot of leading owners, he's a frustrated trainer himself. He would make a very good trainer if he had the time, because he's a very good horseman. He was fascinated and very interested in every aspect of this, the way the boxes were built, what Peter feeds, our routine for the fillies that go out in the paddocks during the day, because they don't do that routinely in Newmarket. He looked at the profile of the Strathair surface out there, the grass surface. He was interested in that and asked why we put that in. And we explained it was because of the drainage. This is a very high rainfall area here, and it was all about the drainage. Interestingly enough, when we were in Newmarket last year at Moulton Paddocks, which is the private stable for Godolphin, we noticed that a lot of fillies were going out in grass cages, which is a new thing for them. We wonder if he caught that from us.